Hello, I'm Allison Kinnear, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I am here to talk about motivation, how to do things, how to stay productive, how to get things done. And I will tell you, for the vast majority of my life, I have had pretty much one tool in my toolbox, which was a hammer. It was just like, you will disappoint people. You better get things done. This is, there are deadlines to meet. You'll get fired. You will, I would just kind of hammer on myself in order to get things done. And as a result, well, perhaps as a result, I became a bit of a procrastinator, a bit resistant around the hammer, a bit resistant sometimes to get things done. And sometimes that resistance was I didn't want to beat on myself. Sometimes the resistance was I didn't know what to do. Like there was confusion. Sometimes the resistance was I had a fear. The resistance can come in a lot of different ways, but I think we are all no stranger to feeling that resistance when we have a thing to do. So this week, actually for many, many months, I had a thing to do. I needed to follow up with some people regarding a payment. And I had a lot of fear around it and I had a lot of resistance, and it was strange because it's a good thing, right, to get paid. And yet there was a part of me that was really digging in. And so for a really long time, I just kept beating on myself, like, why aren't you doing this? You should be doing this. This is a good thing. Like, get in there. I just wanted to like grab myself by the scruff of the neck and just be like, just send the email. And so I did that for a really long time. And then I had an awareness like, getting motivated to do things, especially if there's no deadlines. You're not going to let anyone down. It's just the thing that you need to do just because it benefits you. We can use those social pressures as motivations to get things done, but sometimes there are things that maybe don't have a deadline or things that are just there to serve yourself that can be kicked down the road for a really long time. And taking yourself by the scruff of the neck and kind of forcing yourself to do things doesn't always work. And that was when I was reminded of the amazing lessons in this book, Stop Beating Yourself Up and Leave Insecurity Behind. It's called Self-Compassion, and it's by Kristen Neff. And I love this book. I reference this book a lot in my talks and a lot with my clients. She's got a great website called, I think it's compassion.org, where you can take a quiz and find out how compassionate you are. And the reason why she talks about self-compassion so much is because it's actually what helps us be resilient, because we are mammals. And so we thrive off nurturing, not like harshness. We thrive off of that kind of nurturing way. And so when we make mistakes, I usually reference this book when it talks about making mistakes. When we make mistakes, we never want to judge ourselves on our worst day, like wait until tomorrow. So like when we make a mistake, if we encounter a failure, then it's important to turn toward ourselves with nurturing, with compassion. And this week, I kind of realized that I was not nurturing myself. I was just hammering away. What's wrong with you? Why can't you do a simple task? Just beating. And then I had this aha, because almost every morning, I have a meditation group. We sit for 10, 15 minutes together. And the practice that we do, it's a very specific kind of meditation. The practice that we do is for a good 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. We turn toward love. And we allow love to come all the way to us. And we sit in the love for 8 to 10 minutes. And we invite the love to touch the parts of us that feel unlovable. We invite the love to come to the parts of us that feel stuck. And I had this awareness of like, oh, I haven't let the love come to the part of me that is in resistance to writing the email. I haven't turned compassion toward myself, toward that part of me that is feeling scared, that's feeling afraid, that's feeling in resistance. And so yesterday morning, when I came to the meditation group, I came with that intention. I'm not going to try to change anything. I wasn't going to try to fix anything, but rather I just sat and let the love come to that part of me that was scared and in resistance. And what was beautiful was everything just shifted. Everything just shifted. What was stuck for months suddenly became unstuck. And I got off the meditation call and I wrote the email. And it was like as easy as stepping over a pebble on the road. That's as easy as it was. It wasn't hard anymore because whatever part of me was feeling stuck just needed some love. And then it was able to just be like, okay, we're good now. So I share this because oftentimes we try to be productive, or we try to motivate ourselves by being a hammer on ourselves. And when that doesn't work, then we have another tool in our toolbox that we can offer, which is not trying to change it, not trying to say, okay, I'm going to give you some love so that you will let me do the thing I want to do, but rather to just be like, wow, there is a part of me in deep resistance. There is a part of me that is in fear or whatever the case may be. We don't have to know what it is. We can just know that there is resistance happening. We are procrastinating for some reason. Maybe we're confused. Maybe we're in fear. We don't know. We don't need to know necessarily, but rather to take the part of us that is in resistance, that's pushing back, and just take a few moments to let the love come to that part of ourselves, to let the compassion come to the part of ourselves that's in resistance, not with trying to change it, but rather to just let that part be in some love. And you can see, does anything shift? Does anything change? Does a task that became so difficult become easier? When the love comes to it, does that make you realize that there's more questions to be asked? When the love comes of it, do you realize, oh, wait, this isn't for me to do. This is somebody else's, right? We don't know what the outcome will be, but my guess is that if you can take the part of yourself that's in resistance and invite some gentleness, invite some compassion, invite some love to come to it, you will find that more will be revealed. More will be revealed than what would be revealed with the hammer. Okay, we do the tools that work. And sometimes the hammer works, but oftentimes there's a much gentler tool that's at our disposal that can open things up and make things go faster, smoother, and easier. So that is my little nugget for you this week. If you find yourself resisting something, bring it some love, get curious about it, and just see what happens next. All right. Wishing you a wonderful week. I will see you next week.